Oh my god, if I can get a ladder race uploaded, it'd be a miracle. Oh gosh, unbelievable. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is our first attempt. I'm just kidding. This is like my 7th attempt at a ladder race. Also, somehow I figured out a microphone, even though I don't have a microphone plugged in. So, somewhere I'm getting audio. This is our 3rd ladder race in about 2 weeks, or a week or so. They've been exciting. The first one was awesome, and then I forgot to record the screen. The second one I did was like Saturday, and I had trainer issues. I had trainer issues again today, and I'm on the big ring now because I'm forced to be on the big ring if I want any climbing gears. It's annoying. I've reached out to Zwift, and I'm hoping things get fixed, or I'm gonna have to buy a Wahoo bike or something. I don't know. But we are going to join our Discord with our team here and go up on this ladder race. Remember, it's a 5v5 or a 4v4. Today's a 5v5 on Rooftop Rendezvous. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to win this race unless I go demon mode. I'm basically a domestic for one of my climbers. That's my goal, is to not get dropped and help my team as much as possible. So let's get into the Discord. Now, getting into this ladder race, it's all about teamwork. It's all about tactics and seeing what works versus what doesn't work. Very early on, we have, or I should say before the race starts, we kind of have our people that we want to follow. And this is going to be our first little tactic, and it's going to be going up this first climb. I'll push a little, see what happens. Probably on this, not this one, but the next one, Going up this next little incline, I decide I'm going to push the pace and see kind of who is following me, who has the power, who wants to follow. We have 6 laps of this climb, and the 3rd and 6th have extra points attached to them. So I put on a little bit of an effort, and we're going to see an issue on the bottom, and that is Meredith. Meredith's power meters are not working correctly. So she's spiking in power randomly as she's, typically pushing 300, 400 watts. It's not really going that way. So we accidentally end up dropping Meredith very quickly into this race. And while it's not ideal, it is what it is kind of thing. And now we know we have to really push the pace. I get a good old ghost power up towards the top, and I put some power down. I'm going to just continue abusing these riders in this ladder race, hoping that I'm going to be able to get away from the riders in this pack and just ride off onto victory maybe, or I'm just going to be able to push these riders to their limit and hopefully have an easier time in the ending of the race. Now, while I admit that the first plan of mine was to just stay in the draft and work for my climbers, this is not really what I'm doing, as you can see. We start the 2nd lap, and I very quickly understand that any effort made on the downhill is going to stupidly hurt you going into the next part of the climb. Now here we have Bill, who's right behind us. He's going to drop a ghost power up. You see him. He is currently disappeared on the leaderboard, and now we don't see him. They don't see him. He's going to put out quite an attack here and gaps us by 4 seconds already, 5 seconds. And Barry is the rider from the Rhino clan who is going to try and to attack and stay with Bill. Now, Billy is a good, fast, hard rider. I've raced with him quite a few times in the Zwift Racing League, and he does not quit. He's got an engine on him. So I'm very excited to see this. They've already gapped 19 seconds, 12 seconds from us, from this main pack, but our goal is simple. Bill has a gap. We are not pushing. We are not on the front. We're letting Daly help us up this climb and make them work if they want to stick up with Barry or Bill. Now, On the downhill, it's all about drafting. Again, we don't want to go off the front at all. We are letting them work for it and letting Bill get his lead. Barry has decided to drop back and not attack Bill as he is 30 seconds ahead of us. Barry, we are closing in on, and we are starting this third lap, which is one of the most important laps for us, and that's based on one fact alone, and that is the average time or the average power that is used on the third and sixth lap. You get an extra point that you typically wouldn't get in a regular ladder race. I'm new to ladder racing, so it's a little confusing to me. I'm sure it's a little confusing to you if this is your first ladder race watching. But we're going to watch this third lap just kind of in a slower way, and very early on I was hurting. I'm already at 177 beats per minute, and I don't know how much more I have left in me. And this is what we hear out of our DS Scott. He says this needs to be treated like a sprint. You need to get a faster time than the riders around you for this final part of the climb. And there goes the Rhino Club absolutely powering it out, and I'm very lucky to stick in the draft there on that final part of the climb. And then 3 ZSun riders fly to the front, a decent amount of time, and I don't have really anything left at this point. I was at 183 beats per minute. I have the burrito power up, which is nice. I'm glad no one used it on me. But now a few are using it, and I'm lucky enough to have grabbed enough rest to stay with these guys because there was very little strength mentally or physically on this ride so far. Now, as we start lap 4 and 5, I'm going to speed it up quite a bit because not much happens. Basically, the Rhino Club is going to start trying to drop some attacks. They drop a burrito to try and drop us, but we're lucky enough to stay with them, and I'm on the complete edge. I'm sure that some of these other riders are as well, but our main goal is to let them push. If they want to push, if they want to use an effort, go for it. We have Bill, who's 30 seconds up the road still, who is absolutely grinding away, hopefully going to get us a win. Now, while lap 3 was very intense going up the hill, lap 4 was also very difficult for us, but lap 5 here actually was quite simple. There weren't any crazy attacks, and as we start the descent, we are going to be getting a burrito power-up. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it right now or wait for the climb. It's kind of one of those things that can be extremely useful in this race. So we are going to keep it for this final climb. We have the KOM climb here, and then we have the descent into the ending. So we have to figure out where is the best place to attack, where's the best place to put it all on the line, especially with different riders' heights and also, their weights versus also what kind of bike they're riding. Now, I have more of a climbing wheel set with my Tarmac SL5 disc. That's a mix of my Imonda road bike that I ride in real life versus the S-Works Tarmac. But anyways, we passed Meredith there, who was having a miserable time with her power meters that weren't working correctly. But during this climb, I wasn't sure where exactly the power was going to need to be put down and if I could string anyone out. Barry is kind of falling off the back along with Konda here, and there goes a big effort from Feder. We have Pavlich, I think. You guys got names I can't pronounce. I'm sorry. I'm leaking off the back here, and it doesn't look good. We have Meredith and Burke, who are behind us. We end up dropping a rider right there and putting down some power. There's some battling out in front. I dropped that undraftable quite quickly to hopefully gain a little bit of an advantage. And right there, you saw right ahead of me that one of the riders for the Rhino drops a ghost power up, but I'm in so much pain. I did not have the understanding of that, and Daly is gone. I don't even recognize this because I'm in my Ben Healy position, just trying to grind out as much as possible. And the one rider with us, the Rhino rider, is female and is lighter than most to all of us ZSun riders. So we need to make sure that we are able to put some big watts down. And is the final sprint. We have to start it off early because it's all downhill here. Here is the ending. It's going to be a photo finish between three of us. And oh my goodness, it goes Billy, Daly, Fetter, Pavlinch. I'm sorry. So sorry. And then myself, I end up losing by 2,000th of a second. 200th of a second. Unbelievable, crazy ladder race effort. And with the remaining riders that come in, we end up being tied, I believe, with all of the points. I believe we had 28 points versus their 26, but with some issues and stuff, they end up getting 2 good points on both of those climbs, the 3rd and the 6th, and end up either tying or beating us because they challenged us. They were a weaker team compared to our team of the Arrows, so a tie means that they win, the tiebreaker. Heartbreak for us, but a crazy effort, and what a route. I'm glad I'm not doing this hopefully ever again, but I'm enjoying these ladder races. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'm going to be trying to make these a little more interesting, talking about tactics and things like that. So let me know if you want to see more of these, and also what more you want to see out of me on Zwift. So thank you guys for watching, and we will see you guys next time for maybe, I think the recon for next week will be my next video, or Zwift Unlocked. We'll figure it out. See you guys next time.